three options at that weekend.
So that's quite nice for St Andrews. That was my friend Kelsey. She's a pro golfer.
I feel I've seen tweets to her when I stop you.
Oh, excuse me. I bet that. I was like, I bet Barry's heard of you. He'll know who you are.
So minimal.
It's like a point and a half a win or 2 points a win.
Yeah, I don't think they have the sheet capacity or something. It's always 24 for the men and then 12 for the women. Are we allowed to slide? Did they say?
No, I don't think so. They gave us a 1 minute countdown.
Could have been a
She got it. Oh, trying to straighten the
Is
net.
that me moving it? My foot
Yeah.
that made it shaky, no?
Man, maybe
And we win the Medicine Hat League. I didn't get a trophy. I got a bath towel that's embroidered.
Does it say champion? Like, does it say medicine hat champion?
No, it doesn't. It does. I should hang it in my main level bathroom. My mom will for sure. We got it was the cutest thing. Chat TV, our local TV station that has interviewed my mom and I after the game. I need to find out the tape.
I just know.
They're going to
Eva's
split
going to
up.
slide. That'll be tough.
Daddy's brother.
Yeah, we saw it. Go ahead, take it down, throw it again. Take it off, down, throw it again.
Alright, good
So
luck.
it's like the full amount, and we're like, oh no, this is not going in. They're like, well, we didn't see it. And they're like looking at us like, you
Hey, can
guys
we
told us
slide?
to go. We're like, oh shit. We had to like,
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that's a bit harsh. Yeah. Yeah.
Where do you draw the line between big man and stuff?
Not ideal.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to quarter-final draw here at the City of Perth Ladies International. The game between Eve Muirhead and Tracy Fleury just about to get underway. I'd like to say welcome from myself, Peter Loudon, and Rob Niven, your commentators for this evening, as we look forward to some thrilling encounters across all four games in the quarter-finals. But the featured game, as I said, for yourselves will be Eve Muirhead from Scotland against Tracy Fleury from Canada.
Yeah, good evening everybody. Good evening Peter. We're blessed with a great draw. We've featuring 8 fantastic teams in our quarter-final tonight, 7 of whom feature in the world's top 20 in the rankings, so you can see how the cream has really risen to the top. We've got Muirhead against Fleury tonight. We were blessed with the opportunity to watch Tracy Fleury this afternoon, and they came back. They had a great win.
They did, Rob, and just covering going along the games this evening. So we have on sheet C, Drendel against Hasselberg. That's Germany against Sweden. The winner of that game will play the winner of our feature match, Muirhead and Fleury. And then moving to the other half of the draw, we have Team Ogasawara from Japan against Pats from Switzerland. The winner of that team will play either Val Sweeting or Team Tirizoni from Switzerland. So, as Rob said, 4 teams out there that are in the top 10 in the world, and it's very pleasing from the organising committee's point of view, this being the inaugural event, to have such top quality teams making it through to the knockout stages. So we'll have quarterfinals this evening, then we move to our semi-finals tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, followed by the final tomorrow afternoon. So just about to get underway, as we say. And what we're looking forward to in particular this evening, Rob, for this game, do you think it will be a lot of stones in play? You've covered quite a few games as commentator over the last day or so. Looking at these teams, how do you think it will shape up?
Well, certainly both teams we've seen already on the TV draws this weekend, and the one similarity between the teams is they're both going to go for it. We're definitely going to see corner guards getting thrown up. We're definitely going to see teams attacking, and we're not going to see anything left out there on the ice. Team Muirhead's got a reputation for certainly going for it on attacking ice. The ice is swinging here. It's very quick, and the Canadian girls were saying that this is similar to the arena ice they're used to at home. So I think that's why we've seen the best teams coming through. The teams that have gone for it and tried to get their 2s and 3s with hammer have certainly been rewarded, and I see nothing different tonight. It'll be great hearing the girls discuss their strategies. Certainly Tracy and Crystal Webster in the afternoon draw were plotting great ways of getting 2s, finessing shots out of very little, and Eve's had a great week as well. So we're going to see 2 of the top teams in the draw here going head to head.
So it's Amanda Gates who's going to get us underway, lead for Team Fleury. And if we run through the teams, Amanda at lead, we have Jenna Walsh at second, Crystal Webster at third, and Tracy Fleury as skip. And by virtue of being top in their section, Eve Muirhead has the hammer in the first end. So to get us underway is Team Canada with Amanda Gates.
Line's a bit tight!
Yeah, she's had a good tournament. They've set the ends up well, and I'm thinking they're going to go for it straight away. I think the teams really like the ice, and I think they'll go centre guard straight up. And they'll try and force the one here, or even get a steal. Perfect first shot.
Yeah, as long as the ice is curling, Rob, then it gives you the opportunity to be aggressive in this game. And the Canadian girls had said that earlier on. They said, as you mentioned a few minutes ago, with it being similar to the arena ice that they play in the slams over in Canada, good curl and a good speed. Mary Milne, lead for Team Muirhead. If we run through Team Muirhead, we've got Mary at lead. We have got Sarah Reid at second. We've got Vicky Adams at third, and Eve Muirhead throwing skip stones. Mary coming into the team in place of Anna Sloan, and played very well yesterday, helping the team to 3 wins. Looking a little bit concerned over their first stone there, Rob, maybe thinking it overcurled a bit more than she thought, although the weight was possibly a little bit short.
I just think lighter weight. I think maybe she's looking bemused, maybe just a different split first end. She played the morning draw where it was pretty quick, so she'll have been anticipating a bit quicker. It's been a great substitute for Eve Muirhead's team to bring in. Mary's hugely experienced at world level, and on this ice here, she plays every Wednesday night here. She's got a great feel for the game, and she's never stopped really playing, so a great asset to bring in for the unfortunate injury to Anna.
Yeah, that come around there from Amanda, just slipping behind the tee line, so just lying behind the button. Some useful position really for Eve, for Mary to come down and rest against to lie short.
Yeah, it's a funny game, curling. You suddenly think that just because your rock's in the scoring zone, it's a good shot, but the minute it's back of the tee line, it could be a saviour for Team Muirhead. It's something to rest on, and if it can get welded on there, Mary looks a better speed this time.
Yeah, much better line. Looked similar line to the Canadian rock was coming down, although maybe fractionally heavier. I think this is
going to bounce.
A bit heavy.
Yeah, it's going to bounce this time. Just a wee over adjustment from Mary. Still there. That could still count yet. Tracy Fleury really going for it straight up. going round twice. She knows the one at the back of the one will not be probably enough to win the end. She needs to get something in front of the top of the tee line there.
So Jenna Walsh throwing second stones for Team Fleury. Jenna, a postal worker from Thunder Bay, really enjoying their time here in Scotland.
She had a great game this afternoon, Peter. She was throwing 85 to 90% most of the game.
Good.
I've just given her the commentator's curse, so she's
This
stuffed
one
that one
can
back
come
right.
on to the back red though, Rob, I think. That'll just rest on that back red one. So again, slipping behind the tee line, giving Eve the opportunity, should she choose, to again try and freeze that yellow stone right in the centre of the house. Sarah obviously used to playing lead, moving up to second, but her using all her experience, I'm sure, as a lead when it comes to draw shots, although this one looks a little bit narrow in line compared to some of the other ones, and Eve shouting them on straight away.
Yeah, straight out of the hand there, and it's probably a bit light as well. Just a soft release and they just take you away from it. Hopefully she can bounce that and it might create a run back later on in the end, because the way the end's setting up here, she's going to need it.
Gives a real chance though, advantage to Team Fleury. If they can get a draw round here in front of the tee line, top of the red circle as we look at it now, then they'll put some real pressure on Eve and the girls.
Jenna's needing ice right out on the edge of the sheet here.
But this kind of ice though, Rob, you need to do that. You can't sometimes have enough ice for these draws. No prizes for being tight in these.
No, take more, and
situations.
there's always a chance if weight comes right off it, you can really drag it in at the end. Once it's in the rings, it really goes across. So
Sweepers aren't too keen on touching it though, and it's looking again like it's going to slip behind the tee line.
that was a huge chance to get one in there. The dilemma for Eve is now, does she bail out, because those three aren't really hurting her at the moment. Can she get these guards off?
That's the angle. I think this is a right call. Double peel on the guards and try and, with your running stone, move away as well. So really important shot. It could determine how this end finishes up. A little bit narrow there, and only managed to remove one red. So the key stone to remove there was the yellow guard. As you can see, that's still covering the majority of that shot, and if Tracy's going to cover it, I think she's going to move to the out turn side. Again, similar situation to the last shot in the in turn. She's got 3 counters in there at the moment. She's going to ask Crystal Webster to play an out turn draw and try and finish up in the red circles as we look at it in front of the tee line. And if she makes this, that would put real pressure on Team Muirhead.
Yeah, big opportunity here for Crystal. She had a quiet game this afternoon, but actually her 2 stones the very last end were the 2 shot winners, so she really put the knife in when it mattered. Hugely experienced. She's played the game at top level for a long time now, and she'll certainly not be fazed by playing the local favourites.
You see the girls working this one hard for weight, trying to get it into the circles. The line's looking good in terms of protecting the back one. Maybe a fraction lighter than she would have wished for.
Yeah.
But still, it poses a problem for even the girls in terms of shot choice.
What are you thinking now, Peter? I'm wondering whether it's too late to keep ripping. What have we got left? We've still got 4 stones. One more rip.
Eve just checking the angles to see how many of these front stones she can
They don't
get
look
rid
great.
of. Might well have a listen and see what the girls are saying here.
Yeah.
And surely the 2 of them will go.
So the call is the out turn, trying to remove that red that you see beside Eve's brush.
It's called peel weight here, so this will not be short.
On it straight away.
Yeah.
Going to remove something anyway, Rob. It's just where they all end up. You know what? That's a good result.
That's a great
Really
spring.
good result.
That could have sprung a lot worse, so that's good.
Good
Opened it
shot
up.
from Vicky, yeah. Opened it up, as you can see, exposed the yellows that are in the house. Although still advantage Team Canada here in the first end.
Oh, sure is. Not easy getting it there, Tracy.
It's not, you're right, Rob, with the amount that the ice curls. I think if you're trying to protect them, it's really going to have to be short of the house. It would be great to have one in the rings, but I think if you go in the rings, there's a potential for it to overcurl.
Yeah. She must plug this gap here, because you saw Vicky's stone there. They were able to keep it fairly straight. At that big weight, they can come through the port there and probably lift the double on the nose. So Crystal's really going to plug this gap.
They seem okay with the line. It's going to be in the house. I don't know if that's a really... There might be a hole here, Rob, if we get to cut to the other angle. I think maybe she thought that might have swung a little bit more, I think.
Yeah.
So, weight choice is crucial for this one, Rob, I would say. Bit of discussion about the stone that Vicky's playing here now, I think. Whether they've got one that they know
The nose
curls a little bit. Eve's
Yeah.
calling for right on the nose.
Okay.
Called bumper weight there, so I'd like to see her a bit less than that.
Maybe hack or something, would you like to see?
Yeah.
Well, if she plays at 100%, I'm sure she'll be happy.
Any weight, as long as she's in here, is going to be good.
Got a long way to curl yet, Rob.
Yeah, they're trying to drag it.
Weight's crucial here. Oh.
Well, it's opened it up more.
Well, you know what? It's interesting. Both teams getting caught out on the high side there. Crystal
Yeah.
with her guard, and then Vicky there with her bumper weight tap back. They're maybe thinking it's running a little bit. It's run a little bit straighter than they were expecting. But they're basing the ice decision on what they're seeing with the draws coming down earlier on, and they were really curling big. So maybe both of them just getting caught out in terms of where put the brush.
Yeah, it's interesting. The quarter-final draw tonight, there's obviously been no need for the last stone draws to decide hammer and ranking. So the girls were straight on the ice, straight with no practice. So maybe there's just ice catching them out just a shade. Maybe a hair slower because there's been no practice on it. And because it's a hair slower, it's maybe just not catching the curl so quick. So second end, we'll maybe see bigger swing.
Maybe
Certainly it's caught them out in that in-turn hand coming away.
So we're down to skip stones now. Tracy looking to plug that gap again at the front of the house.
Line's pretty good.
Our weight looks pretty decent as well.
Yeah, that looks top of the 12 foot. Might over curl.
I think it might over curl. That's going to curl a lot from here in. I think Eve's going to have a chance to.
I don't know why we were curling it.
I think if you're going to have to draw your second, you might as well draw your first.
I think maybe a slight miscommunication between the Canadian team there, Rob.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Great forward block.
They didn't really need to sweep it as far as that, because all it was going to do was curl, and they weren't needing it to curl from line perspective. It's never going to be in to count another shot, so it's opened the door slightly for Eve. What she wants to do here is just come past the shot that Tracy's just played and lie against the shot stone just behind the button. Very important shot at the first end, facing 3 Canadian counters, albeit behind the tee line.
Yeah, it's a really hard shot for a first stone of the game, and
Our line looks good based on the other ones that have been coming down there. It's all about the weight now, really. All about the weight. These girls very experienced in judging the weight on the stones on Eve's shots. Usual front end. This is looking pretty good.
looks perfect. Needs to really finish now.
It'll finish in there, Rob. Trust
Oh,
me.
that's a cracker.
Yeah.
That is
Well
so
done,
much
Eve.
class there when you're up against it and just being able to produce the goods when you really need it.
That's why she gets paid the big bucks as skip, isn't it? For play shots like that.
It's a skip game, Peter. Tracy will just follow this down and she'll put one right on top and it'll force the one, and she'll still come away with this honours even, really.
Well, you say it forces a one. I've already spotted a couple of options. If she puts this right on top here, Eve might have a chance to come in off this wide one in for second shot. But
Yep.
what Tracy's looking for here is just to freeze right on top of that. She'll not be able to lie short, but she'll be able to lie. Make it tough for Eve to try and score 2 at the first end.
Yeah, sure. I think that's why she needs to be really right up frozen on this stone, because that double off the outside one is flat enough to take the back 2 counters, but probably not flat enough, a good enough angle to take the top one.
So our line needs to be similar to our last stone. Our weight wasn't far away, so slight adjustment required here for Tracy with her final stone.
Certainly looks higher. It's all about the weight this time.
Yeah, there's a weight. Weight looks pretty good,
Yeah.
as does the line. We don't want to oversweep this one and bump and roll into the open.
I think she's
Pretty
pretty good, isn't she?
good,
Yeah.
Got to be right to it. That gives Eve a little bit of a glimmer. Yeah, I'm looking at this one. Looking at this one, Rob, that Eve's just indicated to come off the. Yep, that's
Yeah.
the shot that I thought
Comes off
Eve-
the back one.
Eve can play. So, what would be required there is take out weight or peel weight to come off that red one, as you can see near the brushes. Roll over, hit that yellow, back up for second shot.
Yeah, it's gotta get,
Definitely possible. I think you've got to make contact with
Yeah.
the back yellow one.
you've got to
though.
get a bounce and come up the hill off it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really the only shot that Eve has to try and score 2 at the first end. And if she makes this, it would be a great confidence booster for the girls, having been in a whole lot of trouble before Eve came to play. And as you hear Eve saying this is her only shot for 2, I would agree with that 100%.
Yeah, I think so. It's a tough shot, but they'll be delighted they're throwing this as a shot to nothing for 2 when she was facing such a lot of granite in the back there before.
Absolutely. No,
High side.
curl enough,
Yeah.
So they'll be pleased to get out of that with scoring 1. Canadians might feel a little bit disappointed. They had it set up, try and get a steal, but yeah, as we said at the top of the game, there's going to be a lot of stones in play, and we were proved right. So let's hope we get some more exciting ends like the first one. So Team Muirhead scores 1 at the first end, so that's 1-0 as we move into the second end.
Yeah, I think honours even there. I think the strategy for Team Fleury will be quite satisfied because they'll have gone in there not particularly expected to steal, forced the 1. That's them, got the hammer on the even ends. So both sides will be relatively relieved. Nobody's come out of that particularly streaking ahead in the game. So both teams feeling each other out.
Yeah. And as we get the second end underway, Rob, I was speaking to Paul Martin, the head ice technician, before the game, just trying to get a little bit of insight as to some of the science behind making good ice. And he said the three areas that he looks at for good ice is the humidity within the arena, the air temperature, and the temperature of the ice surface. And he said they've seen a bit of change Thursday and Friday. 50% humidity, 9% air temperature. 9 degrees air temperature, and then that's changed quite significantly to today. So the humidity has increased 8% up to 58%. Air temperature sitting at 10, which poses a slight challenge, he says, because it means the danger is that the ice maybe goes a little bit frosty at the sides. So his ice surface is operating between minus 4.8 and minus 5. I think we were sitting at 4.9 just before the games started. And you'll maybe see when you're watching the coverage at the side, there's some monitors on the side of the sheet that the girls are playing on. So Paul's constantly monitoring these measurements to ensure he's got the best ice conditions out there for the best teams in the world. So just to give you a little bit of insight as to some of the science behind preparing top quality championship ice.
Yeah, we've seen temperature changes outside and certainly weather changes outside with a bit of rain overnight. That looks like that's grab coming into the house there.
It did look like it had to grab something. It really was going sideways.
Yeah.
But I think it just proves that Paul and his team do a fantastic job here at Perth. You say week in, week out, we get tremendous conditions to play on, and to then turn that into championship ice for some of the best teams in the world, not only for this competition, but our Perth Masters early in January, and some of the national competitions that will run throughout the year. Definitely excellent ice conditions, and using some excellent stones here this weekend.
Yeah, Mary played a great shot with her first. She got the centre guard just up tight, not too long. And Eve just asked her to follow it round, try and get a corner freeze on the Amanda Gates first stone.
Yeah, Sarah working really hard on this.
It's a good way. It looks like it's just over curled this time. Yeah, that's okay. Opened it up, left the centre guard still on.
Yep.
Get out there.
Yeah, sometimes getting caught out on the amount of swing again. Certainly first time down that intern run. Tracy will be quite happy too. actually engineered a corner guard out of it, so she's going to try and split the one in the rings, get a bit of separation, possibly pop the yellow that's in the house in behind that corner guard.
Main objective here then, Rob, is just to have both yellow stones hidden behind the red stones, yeah?
Perfect.
No, it's more. I think it's more.
She's probably playing just a heavy draw, just something sort of back line, back 8 foot weight.
Yeah, the sweeper's initial reaction was they thought it was a little bit more.
Are we tapping it through? No. Whoa,
It's good lines, just
So maybe hit a little bit fuller in the face than they'd intended to.
yeah.
So leaves the played stone in view for Sarah. Normal takeout weight, out turn. This will curl a little bit from where Eve's got her brush. Hit just off the nose of that yellow, try and remove that stone. And the one at the back of the house for a double takeout. This one's got a long way to curl.
Yeah, just on the high side with the throw there, but it is coming.
Yeah. Not quite enough though.
No, that was a wee opportunity actually. I mean, she maybe wasn't too worried about the back one, more interested in keeping that one top of the house in play, even in behind the corner. The centre guard would have been nice.
Yeah. Tracy now, I think, trying to remove that red that's in the control zone at the front of the house, Rob.
Yeah.
She's not too happy with it being there, so I quite like this call. Bumper weight, as the Canadians would call it. Remove it and try and roll in behind the red one.
Yeah, good chance to try and get 2 behind the corner guard, but she's going to end up nosing this, I think.
This one's curling a lot. Yeah, a little bit of a roll to give her some cover.
Yeah, I think so too, Eve.
Either that, we go here.
Yep.
Jenna wasn't looking that happy there, was she?
No.
On that one?
I think she was hoping it was going to stay a bit straighter and she get more of a roll behind the guard. I'm not sure about this. I like the first call. I think she's sucking herself in. I know that's probably a centre guard. She's going for it, and that's what we want to see. I'm just scared that we're getting sucked into going around the stone that's at the back of the house. It's maybe playing into Tracy Fleury's hands here.
Plenty of room in this one. It's all depending on the weight. I think the weight's there. It's got a lot of weight, this one.
Yeah,
It
that's
really needed to be top of the house.
yeah.
It's going to struggle to lie short, is it? It's trying now, but no, just a little bit heavy.
It's a bit deep. Just shows the line wouldn't have been terrible if the weight had been there. It would have come round the top. And this is what I was scared of, that we're going to see 2 yellows behind the.
Well, she's called the split though, isn't she? So that's not a bad result. I mean, 2 options here. Straight draw, as Rob had observed there, come around to lie 2. However, Tracy indicating tightening up the ice, and she wants to come down, make contact with that yellow that's short of the house, and push that into the rings, and the running stone also to move into the rings, so she's got 3 yellows in the house. What that might do is expose the back one, that having 3 yellows in the house is good position to be in at this stage of the end. Sweeping it hard. Maybe going over curl and do a straight tap back, is it? Straight tap.
Yeah, great shot. You see, she's got it around the corner guard, and as we've seen earlier on in the week, once you've got control around these corner guards, it's difficult to negate it.
So Eve wanting to kill this back one by playing the out turn draw into the red circles. Ice just on the edge of the white circles there, the 8 foot as it's referred to. Another important shot for Vicky. A little bit scrappy from the first 3 in Eve's team.
Yeah.
First end anyway. See if Vicky can get us back on track
It's okay.
at the second end. The call is for line is a little bit tight, I think. The weight's
Certainly deep
it's
enough.
all there. It'll curl a lot now though, Rob.
Should come on the back one, but
It does. Rubs off it though, so again it gives the Canadians a chance to come down and bump that, doesn't it?
yeah.
Vicky knows it was just a fraction too heavy. I don't know if they're caught out with the speed as well as the swing, but Tracy determined to maybe split this one in again, I think, Rob.
Yeah, it's a good attacking call, isn't it?
Well, again, two options. She could have followed that red stone round and bumped it back to lie 3, but again behind the tee, whereas could have 4 yellows in the house after Crystal played this.
Yeah, I think Tracy's more determined to keep her scoring shots ahead of the tee. I think if she'd followed the red in, it was going to go back tee and Eve would have had the chance to follow it in. So this is good strategy. It's going to be more of a split this time. She's actually caught it higher this time, so it's moving it further in and opening up the port. Although the red's possibly counting the shot at the moment, those 3 are all behind the corner guard. That's a good call. She's coming in. There shouldn't be a double on. If she can corner freeze the one on the tee line, it might just save the end.
Yeah, I think same way it'll be good.
There's a couple of options here in that pocket to make it difficult for Team Fleury to remove this red. The weight was pretty good last time, although they didn't sweep it that much.
Yeah, I'd like to see a hair less and just
So would I.
make sure it's top of the house.
Use the sweepers if you want to. Looks a little bit right back's the call from Mary. What you don't want to do is come down and bump your own red one.
Yeah.
Right, take it to this one here, dead freeze.
It's more than a dead freeze, I think, at the moment. It's line that's important now. Got to try and be on the inside of that red one.
She's on her
So
own
it
one,
has done. You know what? That's a pretty good result.
Yeah.
It's not going to get removed in one shot anyway by Team Fleury.
Yeah. A little bit higher up, Team Fleury had the angle on the outside, on the intern side, onto the her own stone. So that's pretty well locked in there. So.
But I think there's a chance for Crystal to try and develop something here. I think if she can come down and bump that and sit right in front of that red one, release her yellow one to the back of the circles, the red one will come over and actually sit in a double position, you know, for a double takeout with the yellow in front of it, and that gives them a real chance at this end.
All these stones at the back may yet not count at all. It's all about developing the stones ahead of the tee line at the moment.
A little bit of weight on this one, I think.
She doesn't mind about losing this back yellow out of the rings completely. I don't think that will worry her too much.
The crucial thing is the position of this stone coming down, where that ends up in relation to the red stones at the back of the house. And that's perfect.
Oh yeah.
Good result. Lies one, but as you can see, the yellow's in front of the tee, chance to get them to count, and leaves Eve really with only one option to sit right there.
And I guess if it does curl a little bit too much and sit.
Yeah, if she can get right in front, the stone on the tee line is going to act as a catcher for the next strike. So if Eve can get it frozen on the yellow, it shouldn't really release out to the left.
Yeah, you're saying frozen on the yellow, Rob. You're absolutely right, but she's got to be to the nose or on the inside.
Inside, yeah.
If it's on the high side, to the right as we're looking at it now.
They all go.
Yeah, they do.
That's similar ice I gave you.
So she had great draw weight with her first stone at the first end. Let's see if Eve can repeat that with her first stone at the second end.
Yeah, I think that's good.
We've seen some great curling here, Pete. This is exactly what we anticipated. They're all going for it, stone after stone after stone.
Helped by the ice conditions, though, Rob. If the ice isn't curling, then you're not going to get teams to be so aggressive and the ability to make all these shots. The line looks pretty good. It's all about the weight. I think this has got to curl a little bit, has it?
Yeah, I think it needs
it'll
to draw.
move it, yeah. It'll draw a lot from the hog line in now, Rob. Watch this. Yeah, she's on the right side anyway, and the inside, and again another lovely shot from Eve.
Well swept, girls.
Bit of separation though between that red and that yellow, and I'm just wondering how much of the red. You know,
does it go through the port if they half stone it?
What else would we do, right?
I was talking about that yellow being a catcher, and I'm wondering if they catch it thin, it'll maybe go through the port, and both yellows stay.
Let's hear what we're going to say.
What side do we want to hit it on?
I think we want to make sure we're shot. So I hit her on this side.
So they're talking about hitting it on the high side because they want to make sure that they're lying shot.
They're not too worried about springing it. They don't think it's going to go anywhere, so they're just trying to hit it and stay on the nose. I think the blank's off.
I think you're right. But I think at the back of your mind here, you're thinking, can you maybe score 2 or more if you get a good result with this one? But it's bringing yourself back into the moment and just focusing on the shot that you're playing and make sure everybody's agreed, everybody understands what they need to do, where the stone's going to end up, and then executing that. So As Tracy said, she wants to make sure that she's lang shot.
Bit of weight, so it's coming down a different track this time.
Shout of woe.
Trying to drag that across. It's coming now.
I think, yeah, she lies short anyway. But red, I think,
Only
is
just,
line,
yeah, red
is
second.
line second shot.
Yep.
Eve making the observation firstly that if she hits it on the nose, it's going to be difficult for Canadians to remove both. It's not a bad call, actually.
Yeah. Even the slight inside roll is a pretty good shape.
That's coming back to here, so we're losing that.
I think, you said earlier on, you observed earlier on there, Rob,
Nose.
that red, that second shot may go through that
If it's we're better being this way
hole.
than this way, I would say.
You've saying she better be this way. I'm wondering.
I'm not sure about that at all. I like nose more. I think if she goes half a stone to the right, there's potential double, nose hit double, where the red springs through the port and the one would go over the top and potentially leave at least 3.
Just nose.
Just got to be careful here, not trying to be too ambitious.
I think nose hit's a good call though, Rob. You know,
Yeah.
nose hit. Forget about the jam in the back one.
Yep.
Because it's going to be very, very difficult for Tracy to remove both and score and lie and score more than one. I think at this situation. So in turn takeout, nose hit for Eve. She definitely wants to be lying about with her short stone.
Whoa, clean. Vicky. Whoa. Vicky,
I've called too much on them, is it?
Sounds it.
No,
Good
she's
shot.
pretty good. No, I think she's
Yeah,
rolled.
that's
Yeah,
good
that
enough.
is good. Rolled far enough
Yeah.
that double nick through the port's not there.
Yeah, my concern was if she'd rolled half that distance, might have left a half stone double, nose hit double, and then. But that's.
So the challenge for Tracy is then now the choice of shot to ensure that she scores one.
Yeah.
I think she's talking about coming down at a softer weight on the out turn to try and face onto the shot that Eve's just played, and then maybe just roll over towards the bottom to score a one. And again, crucial choice of ice and getting the right weight. So I think at the ice that she's chosen, just playing a T weight draw, Rob, would you say? Maybe a little bit heavier
I
than
think
that?
heavier than that. I think we're looking at a back line weight here. T weights earlier for that line were really edge of the middle of the 8 foot, middle of the white there. So I think she's a 6 inches cut the ice. So I think there's a bit of running on this. Positive weight. Big shot though.
Yep.
I think she's taking more ice.
A little bit of curling to do. But this will pull from the hog line.
There's a guard up there.
Curling now though, Rob.
Yeah, it's good big stand. Her weight's been good.
Is it going to curl too much? Not enough, I mean, sorry. So this could be a steal of 2
Yeah.
for Team Muirhead. I think it's definitely 1. Got to have a
Yeah.
close look at that.
2 for sure.
Is your eyesight that good from here?
Got these new glasses. Yeah, I think she just started that on the high side, and
So a measure called for, Rob, by Crystal Webster. Let's just watch this replay. Yeah, she did start on the high side. Amanda was working it to try and make it a curl a little bit. The weight was always going to be back ring to hack weight. Just didn't curl enough. So after 2 ends, it's definitely 2-0 to Team Muirhead, measuring for second shot. Umpire on here with the measuring device. Check to see who's second shot. dial on top of the measure will determine. And I think from that it's clear to say that red is second shot. So these new glasses of yours must be working, Rob. Well spotted. So 2 to Team Eve Muirhead, making it 3-0 after 2 ends. If we have a quick look at the team stats after the first couple of ends, it's pretty close really. We've got Team Muirhead 66% versus Team Fleury 70%. So that tells its own story. We've seen a few half shots across the teams in the first couple of ends. So it's maybe a case of whoever finds their form first has a real advantage here. Although the advantage on the scoreboard's very much with Team Eve Muirhead.
Yeah, I think the real difference there is that Eve Muirhead's throwing 75% and Tracy's throwing 56%, and that has come down to the last couple of rocks. Again, Canadians were in a great shape there, and they played a great strategy end there, kept pumping them behind the corner guard, but Eve managed to get in twice with a freeze that just turned the whole end around. So yeah, it's a skips game, and that was the difference in those first 2 ends.
So Mari will be looking to put this first stone of the third end, top of the 4 foot. She's calling the sweepers on. Eve coming out to give a hand. Don't really want to have this one short. It's pretty close to the front of the house, so
yeah,
Mari will be a little bit disappointed with that one herself.
Eve seemed happy enough. She said it's tight enough to the house, so they really wanted it top 8, Pete, top 4.
Yeah. So Tracy and the team really need to start to develop something. We'll see them throwing up 1, maybe even 2 corner guards, depending on when Mari's second stone goes. Try and get something going around that. But third end, Rob, long way to go. It's too early to panic. They'll be looking to score 2 and get right back in this game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just plot your way back slowly. Don't try and get ahead too early. A 2's enough. Don't try and get a 3 and lose another shot. They've got to make sure they score here. Keep the scoreboard ticking over.
But that corner guard, probably a little bit too long and too near the sideline to be really effective. Amanda would have liked to have that one a little bit closer to the house, and probably in the line that was on and a little bit closer to the house would have made it more effective.
Yeah, just with the swing being as much as that, if they go around that corner guard and try and bury one, you could play hack weight and come right round it.
That's the royal view, is it?
Yeah.
So Mari not looking to play the come around, just slipping behind the tee line again.
I gave her a wee bit more ice for that one, but the same as it.
As you say, very experienced Mari. She was joking with me earlier on that she played in her first World Championships the same year Eve Muirhead was born, 1990. So she's definitely been around at the top level in the game of curling for a long time, and as you say, was very young herself, obviously. In that year.
she must have been about 10-year-old playing the world.
Together with sister Claire.
Yeah, they had a great
Carolyn,
time. And
Carolyn Hutchison, I seem to remember, was a skip that year. Is that correct? No, I might be no. I'll be wrong. I'll take that one back. It wasn't Carolyn Hutchison. That'll come back to me.
I think it was Carolyn in 1990, and then
was it 90?
They got bronze 91 and came back with silver 94. So they had a good run in the early 90s. Was they winning the Scottish 4 times in that period? So Janice played a nice come around right behind the corner. Eve's not taking any chances, and first chance she's got, she's going to be removing that corner from play.
Yeah.
Clean! Yep! Clean! Yep! Good, Sarah, nice throw. Good.
No, a super shot from the corner.
A little bit joking there with Team Hasselberg in the next sheet because the ice is swinging that much.
They're sharing the same piece of ice. Just coming out and letting go of it. It's lightning quick down there now. I think the first end was just a hair slower, and it's really back up to match speed now. And that's going to curl too. Coming round this front guard. Onto the back one, so that's a lovely shot. Right out the other side though.
Shouldn't have doubted myself, Rob. It was Carolyn Hutchison in 1990, Claire and Mary and Tara Brown, and it was Christine Allison the following year.
That's right.
1991, now Christine Cannon. Claire and Mary with Margaret Richardson, who were the champions. So
didn't seem that long ago.
not for an old ball like you anyway. Eve shouting them on to go to try and get a double takeout. Great shot. Thoroughly deserved round of applause from the gallery for that double takeout from Sarah. And this is end sitting just at probably how Eve would have wanted it. Although with these two reds being at the back of the tee, it gives it again Tracy and the team a chance to develop something, you know. Just come down to that red, touch it back, square up the reds at the back, so there's a possibility if the yellow was trying to be removed that it's jammed on. That would be a good chance to score two if that happens for Tracy.
Yeah, I don't think Tracy will be too disappointed. She's still got stones hanging about. She can nudge this and even go in behind the corner guard. So back of the house, there's always a chance.
So Jenna coming down, just try to touch this back. They're going hard for line, but her weight's pretty good for the bump back. And you know what? Yeah, it's not too bad a result at all. She's pushed that red into a good position for her to use them as a jam. Eve looking to just remove it.
Yeah, Tracy just weaving a basket at the back of the house there for stones to get caught into. So
School of thought here though, Rob, might have been just to play a pick out of that yellow, remove that, and even remove one of your red ones, so you're not giving her that little gathering of stones at the back of the house to be able to freeze into by playing this shot. Difficult shot for Vicky, but more than capable of playing this little tap back. But a running stone, a played stone, sorry, will be still sitting behind the tee line, won't it?
yeah, I'm the same as you, Pete. I think I'd have rather seen this one at strike weight, half stone, and then try and pick out one of these other reds.
It's got to curl a little bit here, but it's coming down nicely. Good shot. Good shot, but again, as we say, a little bump back here from the Canadian team. Maybe get a little bit of a semicircle of reds at the back, will make it even more difficult to remove the yellow. Although she's calling, is that a hack weight here, Rob?
Yeah.
And trying to just come down, remove the red, and roll behind the guard or in front of the other red. Crystal Webster works in real estate in Calgary, plays out the Calgary Curling Club, I believe. This
That's going
her
to curl.
first stone at the third end. And
That
this
might
looks
be
like
on
it's
the
going
guard.
to catch the guard, I think. Tap the guard in. Not too bad a result for her, you know. It's still, it's rolled and kept things a little bit open, but it's advantage Muirhead at this end with that 3-0 lead. They've got a real chance to put some pressure on Tracy to try and make a difficult shot for one come the end of the end if they continue to put on the pressure. I think Leave just wants this centre line, top of the 12 foot, protecting her stones that are behind the tee.
Yeah, I think it will too. I think it's a good call. It's keeping the pressure on. Tracy and the girls are just struggling a little bit on these weights for ice. The in-between weights is the ones they're struggling with. Their draw weights there, their hits are there. It's these in-between shots.
So Vicky with a draw. Line's good, as Eve tells us. Mary working this one hard for weight more than anything else. Trying to keep it straight. Thinks it's maybe looking a bit like the weights.
Yeah, the weight's light, isn't it?
A little bit light, not too light. Yeah, it is light because that was called in the house, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So opens the door for Team Fleury.
There's a definite chance here for Tracy now.
Who Tracy and the girls got great pedigree, Rob. You know, they're sitting, I think, 11th in the World Curling Tour at this point in time. Been to the Scott Tournament in Hearts a couple of times in the last 4 years. So great pedigree out of Alberta. Lost a Grand Slam, I think, runner-up in that 2015, was it the national?
Yeah,
they
the
played?
national in 2015.
Yeah, so great pedigree as far as Canadian ladies curling going. So potential to be a really good matchup between these two teams who are right up there as far as the women's world rankings go. This one's looking like it's got to curl a bit as well. Trying to maybe get a rub off the wide one. Oh.
Yeah.
Even a hair off that red one would have made a whole lot of difference to the outcome of that stone. Crystal, her weight wasn't too bad. It was just again the line. I think what we've seen the last couple of ends compared to particularly the first half of the first end, stones were really curling hard. Girls have maybe been caught out a little bit, expecting them to curl a little bit more.
Yeah.
Although the other factor in there, Rob, they've maybe been just a little bit heavier on the occasion when lighter's better.
There seems to be a big difference between the sort of top of the 4 foot weight and the back of the 8 foot weight. Most of these stones, and at the last end, we were just seeing them just drifting at the back of the 8 foot. The minute you start cutting your weight just a tenth, it really does curl more. So it's all weight for ice, but that one was never in danger of over curling.
Eve just querying whether she's got too much ice. She's just looking to come round here, top of the 1 foot.
I like that. I like that than cutting it, because I think it could hang out here if you take too much.
Yeah. Her draw weight been pretty good the first couple of ends. Let's see if she can repeat that here at end number 3. Just for weight, shouts Mary.
So Mary likes the line. The girl's saying the weight's all there.
It's coming now.
Yeah, I think the weight's good.
As you know, it can, as the game goes on, Rod, come off it second half. Vicky was right though, it's maybe a fraction heavy.
Yeah, similar line.
Tried at the end there, but again slipped behind the tee line.
Yeah.
Eve not too happy with that end result. She wanted to be in front of the tee line to put the pressure really on. This gives Tracy a real chance to come down and just sit right on the face of that one and lie shot. And then if she does that, it'll be a really difficult job for Eve to remove the yellow stone.
Still difficult to get a 2 for Tracy out of it, but certainly she's advantage of getting the 1.
It's a must-make shot to get her back in the game.
Line looks good, Pete. It's all about the weight now.
The line does look good.
Needs to come a bit though.
The weight's all there, I think. Starting to go now. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
It's a cracking shot, and actually it's
it's bumped it, and I think the way the angles are, Eve can, 2 choices here. She's either going to put one there.
She can run that one in.
Just talking about the options.
Yeah, they're just trying to avoid not giving a shot for 2 here. If they do try and move it, then it's quite an easy. Quite an easy 2. So she's got to come on front stone freeze, and then there's not too many options for Tracy. If it bounces at all, there's a chance you could set up a double where all the reds will spring and maybe 2 yellows will left line in there.
So freeze is a call to make it really difficult. Rolls reversed from the first end.
Yeah.
Make it really difficult for Tracy to try and score a 2.
Where's the weight? Weight only.
Looks higher than Tracy's, but it's probably a bit lighter.
Yeah.
So it'll swing a lot more at the end. There's Sarah sweeping for the drag.
Oh, her weight's a little bit heavier than Rob.
Oh, it is heavier.
Okay.
I was thinking if they actually swept a little bit more, they would have lain short, wouldn't they?
Yeah. It's actually pretty good.
It is pretty good there, from an angles point of view. It's actually in a really good position.
One thing is yellow's line 1, I think.
Yep.
Is Tracy willing to play the tap up on this outside red one on the in-turn, or do you think she's got another shot to get a 2?
I think the only shot she has to get at 2 is to tap that one up, but the danger is you tap it onto your own one and remove the shot, still score 1, but I think that's the only shot that she's got. A really difficult shot to tap it, either onto the side of the top red or just dead weight tap it so it doesn't make contact with the back yellow one.
I think she's got to go for it, because if she is a bit heavy, she's still only getting a 1 anyway. It should come on the nose of her own one.
Yeah, there's not really any other options that she has, because she can't get to the inside of that one.
No.
That Eve's just played. Well, she could, but there's not any point, because she would just still not out count the one that she's pushed back to the back red. So
this is a really, really hard shot. Normally these tap ups, you've got a couple of feet of weight that you can normally be forgiven on, and there's a stone to come to, but here the weight is absolutely critical. She's got to tap this and get the stone to finish really within inch perfect.
And this is one of these ones, Rob, that the sweepers play a vital part, because if it's close at all, they've got to remain with it, get that communication right. So the crystal in the head knows exactly the speed of the stone, so she can adjust the angle accordingly and judge it to perfection if required. Needs to curl a little bit.
Looked a nice throw.
It did. Coming down nicely, I think.
Looks big weight.
She's not far away though, Rob. Not far away at all. And she's played it, hasn't she?
That's an outstanding shot.
That's a great shot. And that's
Terrific.
Yeah,
We're seeing a
great shot.
Quality game here. These are some fantastic curling.
Made to perfection. So, as we said, that's a 2 was required to get Team Fleury right back in the game. They've managed to execute that. 2 great shots from Tracy. And as we move into the 4th end, it's currently 3-2 to Team Muirhead. On the next door sheet, the game's all tied. Team Hasselberg taking 3 at the first end, but Team Drendel hitting back with a 1 then a 2, so they're tied up at 3-3 after 3 ends. It's a square game as well, with between Ogasawara and Team Pats on sheet E, and it's 1-1 with Sweeting and Tirazoni on sheet F.
Yeah, we're delighted to be able to bring you this Champions Curling Tour game tonight from the city of Perth. Really thanks to our sponsor EDF Energy, in conjunction with British Curling, Laguerre Switzerland Cheese, Perth and Ross Council and the Mercure Hotels, with our Live Action Leisure here at Dewars Ice Rink in Perth. We're off again. I think we're going to see a centre guard again, Pete. I don't think the attacking aggressive curling is going to stop. I think we're just going to see both teams just going for it.
So after these 2 tremendous shots from Tracy, I think it's only fair we give a shout out on behalf of Team Fleury to Jennifer Horgan over there in Canada, the 5th player for Team Fleury. When I was speaking to the girls earlier on, they asked if I could say hello to you, Jennifer, if you're watching. It's a shame that you can't be here. They said they only had enough money for 4 airfares and you were the unfortunate one that lost out, but then after they stopped joking with me, they said it's a shame because you had to work and miss out on the trip, but I'm sure you'll hopefully get an opportunity to come to Perth at another stage to play in this wonderful competition.
Must be Jennifer that earns the most money, obviously, Pete.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, they've been operating a 5-man team, and the provincial rule that allows you to bring a player across from another province has allowed Crystal from Calgary to play with the girls. So I think that's a great rule that the Canadians have brought in. It levels the field when it comes to Worlds again, that they're not restricted by geographical location when it comes to selecting their team, so it's a good thing.
Yeah. So Mary a little bit narrow again there. Her weight was good, but she's tapped the Yellowstone in to the front of the rings and left up centre guard.
You need like 3 feet at least.
But joking aside, the girls said they're having a great time here, Rob. They were saying one thing that's stood out for them is the friendliness of the people and the hospitality. They found a few really nice restaurants in Perth. They've managed to walk around the city, meet a few of the locals, visited down to the river, pleased with the hotel. So all in all, they're having a great time.
Yeah, it's always good. I mean, clearly the first thing that's important to these girls is the ice conditions, the stones, the competition, but everything else is a real bonus. If it's a good environment, they enjoy it more, they'll play more and they'll come back more. So no, really pleased. The organising committee's done a cracking job of getting this event up off its feet and attracting good teams in year 1. So here's Mary with second. She's got her Out turn this time. An opportunity to try and move something around this time.
Out turn through the hole. Vicky sweeping hard.
A chance of
And hold it.
get over the top of this and just hit and roll in behind.
Yeah, that works.
Good shot. It's a shame for Anna Sloan to miss out. She's put a lot of work in the background to make this competition happen. The girls have all been at meetings throughout the year, help us in the structure, and certainly attracting a lot of the foreign teams to play. And for Anna not to play is hard on her. But you know what, the other girls, it's let the team evolve, let the dynamics change a wee bit. Vicky's playing higher up, Sarah's playing second stone, so it's allowing her to develop her game. So it's all good for team growth.
Yeah, absolutely. So a little bit of a cleaner end this end, few more takeouts than we've seen. Still covering the centre line to the advantage of the Canadians. Got one sitting at the back of the 4-foot circle there. Eve just asking Sarah to come down. Hack weight, back ring weight, just push that yellow out of the circles. Leave her red one behind the two guards.
Another great shot from Jenna there, the hit and roll after Mary played the hit and roll. So it's all really precise stuff. They're just moving the stones around for strategy. We're really seeing some top quality curling now that we've got to the business end of the game.
The weight and line looks good here.
Yeah, just playing a little hack weight bump. Should curl enough at the end here.
Starting to move quite a lot now.
I think they'll get the inside of the stone and get a wee inside roll off this.
Yeah, nice shot. Good result.
Yeah, lovely weight.
But I think we'll see Team Fleury just play the
Yeah.
draw shot to the top of the 1 foot. Yep, ignore that one really.
So it's a good setup for a steal for Team Fleury here.
Jenna with the in-turn draw. Again, looks like
Up.
it.
Yeah, looks high and hot.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Back 8. That's not a good shout.
Trying to get it to drag. It is going now.
Starting to go now. It's going to bump though and sit open to give Eve a chance to lie 2 shots after this.
Yeah, none of these shots are really worrying Eve too much. Their back tee. Tracy really needed to get some stones top of the 4 foot there.
Yeah, it's been a little bit scrappy again.
Still set up, still there.
Yep.
Sarah in turn again.
Bit more
weight, as Mary says. Although I think for line they need to go hard on this one. No.
Well, it's hack weight, so
Yeah, it's looking pretty good, right? Yeah, nice shot there.
yeah, inside roll. Feathers the back one out. Yeah, still there for the freeze for Tracy.
Hack weight double takeout, is that what you would say? That was reminiscent of
Oh.
Niven in the Super League on a Wednesday night.
You see it all the time.
But yeah, as you said, behind the tee and still gives Crystal a chance to come down and freeze on this.
Yeah, Team Fleury playing a steel end here, so really they should be happy the way it's set up. They've got double guards and one on the back of the button, just giving them something to weld on. But that looks like it's going big style.
They're working it hard though.
Amanda's holding it. Just if it's here or not.
Just a flash. No, it's there, okay. Yeah, well swept. That's a good shot.
Yeah, that's a good shot because that's hard to move.
Yeah. Completely hidden, I would say. Decision time now for Team Muirhead.
Yeah,
She
Red-
raised one.
red's a line. I see no point in moving the guard.
No, I think
They've got a
this
chance
is
to come
call.
right in on top of it. Yeah.
The way it's curling in there, you could get one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think Eve smells blood here. She can sense a 2 and get back in the lead again.
wouldn't mind that as a call, having to go a little bit, because you're better being a little bit on the lighter
Yeah.
side, as Eva indicated. Even if it's half check, it's got a long way to curl. Even
Just seems high. I think they've
half
miscalled
check
that.
in the top one.
Yeah, I think they miscalled it. They jumped on it too early.
They did.
Hey, whoa.
Yeah, so he's
Right.
called it. Just get out of the way.
Oh.
Okay.
A real chance here now for Crystal with her second stone to play the same shot that Vicky was looking to play. Come down, draw onto the button. Even if she's sitting right on top of that red one, it'll make it difficult for Team Muirhead to remove it. In-turn draw now for Crystal Webster.
Yeah, the weight might not have been too bad there. It was just the fact that they jumped on it earlier. It might have been a bit high, but it kept it out the brushes. You need to let the stone develop. That
Does
was
look
heavy and
heavy,
high,
yeah.
yeah.
Again, getting a little bit caught out with the weight.
I wonder if it's just getting a quicker track down there. We've seen a lot of stones running down there, and it's maybe just catching them a bit.
Well, we talked earlier on about the ice conditions, and you know it's always constantly being monitored, and we know ourselves from playing here regularly, Rob, sometimes things may slow for a couple of ends and then speed back up again in terms of the draw weight. So it's something that you've really got to keep an eye on. The girls should be used to this, so playing many top class competitions with changes in ice conditions. It's just about who adapts quickest, really.
Yeah, bags of experience in these two teams. Opportunity for Vicky just to come right on top of that.
Better weight this time, I think.
Yeah, she definitely likes the line.
Actually going to stop a little bit shorter.
Just a hair light.
Okay. Well spent, guys. Okay.
I think that draw's still there.
Oh,
Onto the back red one. With the swing that we've got, we come close to that one that Vicky just played. If you're just exactly the right way, I think you'll finish enough to get shot.
well, when you see where that red finished, Pete, the draw is definitely on, because that bit more running with that red stone, it would have been on the yellow. So
Tracy will be full of confidence after finishing off the end in a great fashion to score 2 at the last end. So
Yeah.
if she can carry that form over to this shot, she needs to make a really, really good shot here.
Yeah.
even if she's not short and leaves a half angle on, it's gives her an option on both hands then for the for her last stone. And if she gets this right, it's hard for Eve to get her 2.
So 4.
Big swing.
Yeah.
In turn draw. Really edge of the 12 foot's the ice. Big rotation this time.
Yeah, weight's pretty good was the call from the sweepers. Got a curl.
Yeah, it just felt like she put a big rotation on it.
But it's good line, you know, if this weight's right. I'll go back.
It's coming now. Yeah, I just wondered whether it was a aggressive handle on it, kept it out a bit too long. It didn't really shave the guard.
So as has been the case with quite a few stones over the first few ends, slipped behind the tee line, and now it's advantage to Team Muirhead, and Eve gives Eve the opportunity, if she can get the execution spot on, to lie 2 and really put some pressure on Tracy for her last stone at the 4th end.
Yeah, it's roles reversed here again, and I'm not sure Eve really desperately needs to be in for second shot. If she can just bite the corner of the red circle, the 4 foot circle, it would be really hard for Tracy to get in and almost guarantee a 2 with her last. A nice little basket at the back there, but she doesn't want to be into the basket. She needs to be high of that. Prevent Tracy from getting in.
Just wait! Just wait!
No room. Vicky, just Vicky. Well,
The weight's certainly there.
Line's big, Vicky.
Big line though,
Yeah.
that's why they've got Vicky working hard on it. Mary's not looking too happy. It's going to go now though.
It's going to
Needs
come.
to sit down a little bit.
It's going now. I'd be taking that. Oh, it's right in anyway.
Hard, Vicky.
But we bounce inside it. Yeah.
Both of them caught out with the line, I think, Rob.
Exactly
Both
the
of them
same,
had
wasn't it?
Plenty room past that guard, you know. Again, maybe expecting it to curl. Her weight was spot on there.
Yeah.
Just maybe taking a fraction too much ice
Still a shot here for Tracy, you know.
Okay, so try it.
to get inside that one.
Almost
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
You don't need much more weight.
If she shaves that top guard, comes down that tracking line, there's even at back 4 weight, she can get a feather off the red and roll right onto the button.
Yeah. Maybe even push it far enough to lie 2. Bring her front counter into play. Maybe that's a bit ambitious on my behalf.
Yeah, I think,
when I see that angle from there.
She's just thinking about getting one in here, and
She's got to be really tight to that front red though, Rob.
shots there though.
Change of mind.
Just doesn't look as good from this end because she doesn't see any of it. That's the thing. She's just got to trust the ice.
She's just drawing for 2 all day. Like, I don't know if we don't get to
Well, she can, but that's
both sides. Right.
still the harder call, I think, down the cold side.
There's no tap over here.
I think she's just concerned that she's leaving Eve quite an easy out-turn draw for her 2 if she doesn't make this. But I'm more thinking that if Tracy is going to make it, then it's a really hard shot.
I feel like we're going to come here and she's drawing for 2.
I can see her thinking here. She's thinking she could play it as well as she can on that side,
And
and
still
not
make
even
an
make
easy
shot.
shot. Yeah.
And leave Eve the out-turn draw. I quite like this call. She's now going to try the out-turn, tap up on that yellow. She doesn't have to move it all that far to lie shot. She's got to be tight to that yellow one at the top of the house.
Okay, sorry.
Just a heavy draw.
Or a little tap.
Tap the yellow one in for
Don't
shot.
roll the shooter at all.
And try and have her shooter hidden a little bit.
This is a hard shot, Pete.
So was her first choice though.
Yeah.
It's the again, as a skip, it's how you're feeling in the moment, Rob. You know,
Yeah.
if you're confident in making this one, I think her thinking was she could make it perfectly the other one and still leave Eva a relatively straightforward shot. She's got room. Her weight's looking pretty good.
She's got to shave that top yellow here.
This will curl a long way though from the hog. Starting to go now. Starting to go now. I'll tell you, it's not too far away. The shooter's going to roll open though.
It's a good attempt.
Is it shot though? Don't think so.
I think it might be.
It's these glasses of yours again, Rob, coming into play. Overhead camera giving us an indication there.
Yeah. I think it's a yellow, but Eve's got the same shot either way.
So Eve's looking at double takeout.
Yeah. I think the yellow will jam on the red on the tee line, but that's not in the count, so half stone double for a 2 potentially.
Quarter stone, you're even coming off the back side of it into the pocket.
Yeah.
Normal weight, normal takeout weight.
Yeah.
She's needing to hit the stone just inside where we saw Mary's brush placed there, isn't she?
Yeah.
Just to the right of that as we look at the overhead camera.
Strike weight, not expecting much curl here.
The red stone to roll over, remove that yellow stone. Bring the back red into play and count 2. That's the aim with Eve Muirhead with her last stone here at the 4th end. That's close.
Yeah, must be close if they're both sweeping it.
Spot on. Oh, still
Good enough for
perfect.
2 though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though it jammed, she had her angles right.
Yeah.
Great shot for 2. So hits back with a 2 to Muirhead, which makes the score 5-2 after 4 ends.
Great end of curling there. Both teams ebb and flows. Both teams had the chances. Both teams played good shots. Just good call from Tracy there to change it. She definitely saw an opening.
Yeah, and I think that's been the story of the game for me so far, Rob. There's been a few unforced errors, giving the other team the opportunity, and it's who's taking first advantage of these opportunities has been the story of the game so far. So, as we say, 4 ends into this quarter-final match, so halfway through, and it's a 5-2 advantage for Team Muirhead.
I'd like to see Tracy's stone again there, Pete. See it played and just, I wonder whether, could they have kept on it to take the double off? Could they have rolled that the running stone just a quarter stone more so that double would have been too flat? Or do you think that was just the weight of it and it was never going to die?
No, they possibly could, but then I think they were more focusing on making sure they tapped their shot in to lie one.
Which they did, yeah.
Which they did, so if they're catching less of it, then that's not going to be shot.
Yeah.
So, just maybe in between. Okay, Mari, opportunity to set the end going by getting one top of the forefoot.
Okay, line's good.
Yeah, Mari's come up just a hair light the last couple of times, so I think she's making sure she's in the rings this time.
It's going.
Yep. Starting to swing now. A little bit heavy.
Okay.
Mari just
making sure.
Yeah. Would like to be a little bit more in control of her draw weight over the last couple of ends.
Is a touch too positive?
Well said, Mari, you said it yourself there. Touch too positive. She'll hit back though at the next shot. Amanda now. Stone position's key for both teams, but for Tracy and the girls here, stone position's absolutely vital to try and get something going in these.
They want to hit right
guards.
back with a 2, so they'll not be panicking. They've seen games won from here before, so they'll go corner guards twice and try and get round one of them.
Okay, first one up there again. I'd like to have seen that a little bit closer to the house, because with the ice curling so much, sometimes they can be a little bit more, a little bit redundant that far short of the house, but it's not too bad covering the side of the 8-foot circle there.
It'll do a job.
Yeah.
I think if they get round it, Eve will be taking it off anyway.
Line's good.
But sure, where that is, it's blocking the path potentially. If you've got an in-turn to the 4 foot with your last stone, it's kind of in the way.
Looks okay,
Nice weight adjustment from Mari.
Good man, nice shot, nice weight. Good.
Perfect this time.
Well played, Mari.
Even though that was heavy,
Yeah. I know.
idea.
So going for the 2 corner guards, Amanda this time.
Yeah.
She'll want her to try and keep this level. She knows Eve's going to be peeling this first opportunity she gets, so doesn't want to leave a double.
So needing to square them up. You heard the call of even. To make sure they're in line. If they're not, if we've got a staggered angle as this one's coming,
Yeah, it's probably a
Little
better
bit
guard,
further.
but it's set the double up, so
chance of a double peel here for Sarah.
yeah.
So out turn, remove the first yellow, try and roll over, remove the second yellow. Bonus if your shooter goes as well, but first and foremost, we need to get rid of one of them, as Eve would tell the girls. Rolled over in front of that other one.
Yeah, good throw.
Feedback from Eve to Sarah there was that it curled a little bit more. She threw it as expected. It was a good throw. Curled a little bit too much. The good thing for Eve is where it's ended up, it's much easier to remove both with your next one and roll your shooter out. So another corner guard being called by Team Fleury.
Yeah, not done too much harm, and it's good team dynamic just to let the player know that it wasn't a bad throw. She'll be playing the same shot here anyway, so she'll maybe give her a touch more ice this time. Yeah, another good stone, no double this time.
No, good shot. Just single peel this time.
Yeah, happy to take that one. That one's probably the more dangerous one. It's close at the house. Get round that one. It's harder to follow it round at a hack weight. So
Good shot from Sarah, removing that. At some point in this end, I think we'll maybe see another corner guard going up. Tracy's going to have to make a play either round the 2 corners that are there, or maybe even make a play on that one in the centre of the house. But for now, she's going to ask Jenna through a corner guard.
Same spot.
yeah, still 4 stones to come, Pete. It's Not a bad tactic. Could end up with one jammed, or even hitting rolling across and landing in the cluster on the other side. Fatten up the corner guard on the other side of the house.
Yep, hard for weight. Go, go, go. Hard, hard, hard. Hard, hard, hard. Yep.
Doesn't come quite as far as she would have liked. So again, a choice for Eve here. Do you chase that one?
Yeah, it's just they have the
Try and roll into the two that are frozen on the other side of the house?
This is just going to push that to here.
Yeah,
So if we take these, I think so.
I think they're more dangerous. I think
I
that's
would agree.
the call.
We can have 3 stones out, well, 2 stones out of play plus your shooter this end.
And the corner guard on the right hand side of the sheet is really
Clean.
longer, so you could probably come round it if
Hard.
Crystal gets round with her first stone.
Good, nice shot.
Very good throw.
Well played, Vicky Adams. Did what was requested by her skip.
Both well.
Crystal now looking to play the come around round the corner guard in front of the tee line, try and be fully hidden, try to develop this end to try and maybe even score 2 for Team Canada.
Mine's pretty good.
Yeah, they certainly set it up for 2. It's going to take a couple of good shots and certainly 100% the last 4 stones to get the 2. But it's there to be taken. It's a good line.
Got to count though, Rob, got to get into the circles. The girls are working hard to get it there. And it's just short. So while the line was spot on, the weight was just a fraction short. Gives Eve the opportunity to remove the longer corner guard. Vicky once again. This would be a regulation shot in her normal position at second.
Yeah.
Able to transfer that up to third position. When required, as we know, Vicky can play good up weight.
Yeah.
One of their strengths is peeling the guards, as was demonstrated there.
Quite a bit more ice.
So Tracy, I think, looking for Crystal just to play that come around again.
I think your slider's getting dirty.
Yeah, just 4 feet more running, really. Onto the tee line would be ideal here. Eve will probably attempt the run back regardless. But that would be the time to maybe make a play on the one in the centre after that.
Roll line. Line's good, Becky. Line's good, stay with it. Amanda, stay with it. Whoa, whoa.
Better weight this time, is it?
That's a bit deeper
And
than
line.
tee.
That's okay though for her. I think she'll not be too bothered with that.
Yeah, as long as it's counting, it's fine.
Yeah.
Making that run back harder, so
So
she's
Eve,
going to negate it by coming right onto it.
that's the call, yeah.
So what's that, Amanda?
Yeah,
So
probably
it's
just a
way
bit
heavier
deep.
out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the call here is
Okay.
Eve's line 1, she's going to ignore the short stone, try and play the same line and just sit in front of that yellow second shot that's the back of the house to outcount that. As Rob says, negate that.
Actually missed what ice they took, but I think this should be pretty close, you know?
I think if she comes deep, it'll give Tracy a shot to maybe play a hit and flop with the first stone on that centre red.
Yep.
Hard line. No, line's good, line's good.
Line's good! Yes, Vicky, yep!
Calls for line, they reckon the line's a little bit narrow.
Yeah,
Keep on it hard! Hard,
Girls calling Vicky all the way.
she doesn't want to touch this guard.
hard, all the way, still getting hard!
Some great sweeping, great sweeping from Vicky, but just rubs that guard. And I tell you what, gives Tracy a chance of a double takeout here
Yeah,
to lie 2 where that ended up, hit the centre one first.
We really have to hit this one.
yeah.
Yep.
If she catches that one first, Pete, there shouldn't be a jam on it.
7.5.
She's got to watch not over curl here. If it over curls and catches the higher of the 2, there's a chance it might jam on the back yellow, and the opportunity for the 2's gone. So
I think when it hits, though, it's not
not
gonna-
straightforward, but
I know, I feel like
certainly
that was more
makeable.
natural,
I think there's a real chance here actually, depending on the angle that she hits it. She could roll towards the red on the right of the brush as we see, potentially even get a little spin up behind the guard.
Yeah, it might
Rob?
spin up the way. Yeah,
So, in-turn call, double takeout. And your priority here is to remove both reds and make sure that you lie 2.
Yeah.
That's number 1 priority. Where your shooter ends up, it's a little bit of a bonus. That should be the focus for Tracy with this shot. Just making sure she removes both to lie 2.
Just a little more.
Just asking for a little bit more ice.
Yep. Yep. Whoa! Whoa! Yep! Yep! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Just like it. Perfect.
Nice shot.
Yeah, just got a complete point of impact there, so there's no movement, but not an easy double.
So, choice here for Eve. Does she play the double, or does she play the hit and flop behind the guard to try and lie 1?
I like the hit and flop. I wonder if she goes double and runs a shooter out of play, she may miss the double, roll out, and is there a potential split in that front yellow? Can she manage to finesse a 3 out of it?
There certainly is a potential split, so the secret here, I think, is try and keep your shooter in play, Rob.
Yeah.
But then it's a double-edged sword, really. Keeping your shooter in play. And the angle of the double, sometimes you do get caught out.
Yeah.
3/4, as Eve says. That's what she's looking at for removing both these yellows.
If she can get 3/4, I think the shooter will stay and play on the other side of the house, but she's got to watch and not overthrow this. Nice throw.
Whoa! 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 Yes! Hard! Whoa! Whoa!
She likes the line, I tell you.
Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa!
Great shot. Well played.
Terrific shot.
And our shooter stays in play, Rob. Well called. Just. Although, there's a school of thought that says that splits there for 2.
I think it maybe is, but I think the blank might be the smarter option at the moment.
Well,
The split's not easy to get them both in, is it? You can get them both in, but both in and beat the red?
I think it's possible. I don't think that red's count by much.
Yeah.
You're 3 shots down. Maybe worth a little bit of a go.
Yeah, 3 down, get a 2 at 5.
Play an in-turn down to that. Get a little bit of action off it. Push it in and get your shooter to roll over.
I'm happy with the blank.
I'm liking the split.
6, 7, 8. 2 hammers with 3 ends to go. She doesn't want to nose this now.
I was thinking the same thing myself. Yeah, she's quite happy with it. So, a blank end. Who'd have thought of that? After the last few ends, the way it's been going. So, plenty of time really left for both teams. You see on the clock at the back there, they get a minute between ends. 15 for Muirhead. 11:37 for Fleury.
Okay, hammer and 6. Time is a little better, or?
It's getting there. Let's still be really fast. We did a bit.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. 1 minute.
Yeah, Team Muirhead dominant in the scoreboard, but the percentages would suggest there's Team Fleury slightly ahead, but I think that's really more about Tracy's come right back into it. She's back up to 75%. She's played some good shots and keeping their team in it. And Eve keeping it a steady 75% as well. So we've seen well matched ends, these last 3 ends, and that's given us this attacking curling. Great stuff. Great stones to win ends. I think the difference I've seen, Pete, in the as the games have got higher caliber is that the skips really call the game the way they expect to play all the shots. Earlier on in the game, some of the younger teams were saying, well, if I don't get this, I'll do that, and plan B's this, and they're sitting in the hack with 2 or 3 things going in their head. The top skips have absolute clarity of mind when they come to throw the stone, and they're the ones that make the shots. The minute you start second guessing, it's very hard to get that plan B out of your head. So that's maybe just the difference of experience.
Yeah, we touched on that with I was commentating with Mary one of the games on Thursday evening, and we touched on that as well, Rob. And I think the difference there is with we commented on the fact that all the language from Eve and the team was very positive. Everybody totally understands their role within the team when it comes down to communication and execution, from the sweepers with the speed to Eve, but the language is positive in terms of when they're looking at a shot, if we do this, this will happen, if we do this, this will happen. Yeah, there's a little bit of a plan B there, but there's not very many negative things being said to each other. Yeah, that comes with experience, but I've also got to say, it's great to see some of the young teams have that from an early age.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, confidence in your own ability is a tremendous asset to have in any walk of life and any sport.
Yeah, I think so. With
But
this
also
one.
you combine that confidence with the absolute clarity, as you say, of what you're looking to achieve and what everybody's role is within the team. That's a great recipe for success. And yeah, the Scottish teams, it was great that a number of the young Scottish teams were competing this weekend. It shows them the standard if they want to be winners at the very top of this game that they need to get to. And maybe the things highlights the things that they're doing well and the things that they need to improve on. So they'll take that away, take a lot of great experience out of the weekend. I'm sure come back stronger.
Nice stone. Gets round the one in the house.
Yeah, 2 good shots from Mary there.
Yeah.
Well swept by Sarah.
I think the one thing that the younger teams have struggled with here is the speed of the ice and just the complete arena conditions that a lot of the Canadian and the top Swiss and Swedish teams are used to. And we haven't been able to expose our young teams to this enough, and they found that the biggest learning curve. Plus the way the Canadians are calling these games, they're going for a win every single end. They're trying to get their 2 or trying to get steal, attack. There's no negative curling at all out there. There's a lot to be learned from the strategy as well as the ice conditions, and our teams have learned a lot this week. And the more we can run in these events in Scotland, then the more we can build a future for young curlers.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice shot there from Amanda.
Yeah, great. 2 great stones too.
Eve looking to remove that yellow guard. She's got 2 of her own reds in the house already. Trying to keep a bit of a clean end.
Vicky! Yeah, Vicky! Okay, we're good. Let's go.
It was funny, 2 of the Scottish junior teams, I was speaking to their coaches earlier, and 2 of their teams had dispensed with the stopwatches for the last game because they were relying on it too much. They just weren't getting enough of a feel. So their coach asked them to discard the stopwatch, go back to basics, start feeling the ice, trusting the ice, trust your own throws, and both those 2 teams won their second games.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right? Just shows you.
Yeah.
Man, like a bit of old school now and then, Rob.
Yeah.
But you're right, it's a great experiment, and maybe they've been too reliant on it over the years. As you say, it's a game of touch and feel, but also observation from the sweepers.
Yeah.
I'm a great believer. When we used to play, there was one guy on the watch and one just looking at the release all the time,
Yeah.
and keeping an eye on that. And if it works for you, there's no point in changing it. Sometimes people get too hung up on what the watch is saying instead of relying on that feel and touch.
See, both these teams here have got stopwatches, but they're not using them on every rock. They're just doing it occasionally just to check the ice there. See Vicky there just checking it. Even on the in-between shots, she's just gauging the speed of the ice. Not particularly just using it as an absolute measurement of where the stone's going to finish. Just to work out how the ice is going.
Another good shot there from Sarah Reid.
Really good shot.
Certainly improved as the game's gone on. Good take out there from Sarah. Leaves Team Muirhead lying 3. Although it's in a position with that corner guard that can be used by Team Fleury. Jenna Walsh from Thunder Bay looking to come down in the outturn. Just freeze up in front of that red stone.
Just something distracted her there.
Yeah, just
Quite
resets.
right. Go back to start, reset. She's had a great tournament. Hope I haven't put a kiss of death on her here, but she played a really good game earlier on this week. Played well today, this morning, and had another good game this afternoon.
Yes, line! Hard line! We're just a guard! Hard!
It's just short, just a guard, Crystal called.
Commentators curse.
Far as you can! Far as you can! Yep! Try to spill it off! Yep!
Now, did
So-
he take those, or does she think, we're line 3, let's go for it?
I think she might just go for it,
I think so too.
but she's going to take the guards.
Yeah.
No, that's going straight on there!
Yeah, sensible shot.
That's top T!
Bit of a team discussion here.
You think about what you want your opposition not to have, and Tracy Fleury's loving those two corner guards. She's still got a chance as long as those guards are there, but the problem is they jam onto the Reds, so he's very scared about that shot that she's showing.
Right round. I quite like that because she's not got a hit and roll off ours. Yeah.
Tracy wants those guards there, so he's got to try and find a way of getting rid of them, but
Yeah, I think they're saying though, depending on what angle you hit that, the yellow might come on top of the yellow, the red in the house,
Yeah.
but you know what, that's not a major disaster.
shouldn't be.
I think just now you say the guards are the dangerous.
Yeah, I don't mind
Sometimes
that.
in these situations, and again you were talking about the younger teams, this is where the experience comes in. You know, you're tempted, you're 3 shots up, you're lying 3, you're thinking if you put another one in.
Forcing her to play
I've seen occasions when that backfires before.
Yeah.
So she is calling this draw, but the guards are still in play in. It might
Yeah, I
give
quite like this,
give
Vicky.
Tracy
Yeah.
a chance to get a yellow in there to help her on her way to scoring 2. So she'll not be disappointed with this call from Eve, I wouldn't have thought.
No. Clearly, if the girls that if he puts this right in exactly the right place, it's going to be difficult. But there's going to be hitting flops in behind as well.
Yeah. Vicky just looking to play the out turn draw around these 2 corner guards, end up probably touching the white circle, straight in front of that red that she's already got there just behind the tee line. The line's looking good.
Just a shade light.
Mary working it hard. No, the weight's okay, Rob, I would say. Got to curl a little bit. The
Yeah,
line's
she's good.
pretty good.
Yeah, she's good.
Trying to get it as far as they can. Keep sweeping that Mary. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think I moved them any.
Still though, maybe over curled a hair.
Yeah.
I couldn't get my legs out of the way and keep moving my arms.
Mary kicking stones there
Yeah.
on the way. Try to get any advantage, you know. Years of experience of that, you see. Little nudge. But as curling is such a sport of gamesmanship, she fed that back to Tracy Fleury that she'd touched the guard. Tracy's opted to say, don't think it moved it at all. So play continues.
There is a corner freeze potential here for Crystal.
The line looks pretty good. Just got to
They
sweep
work
that.
this really hard to get it past. Yeah.
Oh, that was a great effort.
Great effort, but it's not daft where it is.
A hair, maybe just a hair light for getting
Yeah.
that corner freeze. Her line was really, really spot on.
Like I say, not daft where it is. I think he'll try and half this through the port. And that'll leave Crystal the same shot again.
Vicky try to come to the nose of this or try to pick it out through the hole?
I think pick through the hole's the shot. Oh, great shot. Like you called, Pete. I didn't think that was on. I thought it was too much of a risk, actually.
No, I think that was the right shot, Rob.
Yeah, all day long.
And well executed.
Yeah.
Think you gotta go like bite the back four.
Wow. Some call.
Mm.
I might have been tempted to try and use the red at the top of the 12 foot on the other side, on the right hand side as we see. Maybe try and get a little bit of a hack weight,
Yeah.
hit and roll off that in behind there, because there's a twofold advantage to that. You might execute it perfectly well, which is great, but also frees up the other red at the top of the 4 foot that you can maybe use to hit and roll off with your next one.
Yeah, you've got a double angle on
Yep.
the back one. Top
Or
one's
alternatively,
steep.
double take out here and roll between the 2 other reds on the other side of the house. I think that's a draw's a really tough shot here, and it's behind the tee. There's reds in front of the tee. They can drive them on. I think we've got to try something else here as far as Crystal Webster's concerned.
Changed her angle. She's going double, isn't she?
Got to curl a little bit to make the double here, and just picks that one out through the hole. The challenge for Eve is, where does she come now?
Yeah, put it back.
Put it back level with that one is the call. I think that last one of Vicky's ended up in a really good place.
Did.
Just want to replace it again. The angles on the stones are looking pretty good
Yeah.
for Eve Muirhead at this moment in time. Put some real pressure on Tracy as we come to skip stones
I think that's maybe
here in the
better.
6th end.
A little bit more. Nope. Good.
Okay, top 8 foot's good. Thing is, if
Yeah, it's a great position for Eve Muirhead to be in here.
But I won't be able to get rid of a hit and roll. You know what I
She's
mean?
just trying to not leave Tracy Fleury an option. Just trying to come top 8 foot. Out turn draw.
Just the weight.
Girls are on it straight away.
Seem to like it now.
Heads
Yep.
up now. The weight seems okay, I think, judging by the body language of the sweepers.
Keep it straight, Vicky. Yep.
Vicky making sure she's working it to the spot that
Easy.
needs to be. Her weight's pretty good. Vicky still needs to carry on, I think, with that one.
Curl a bit too much,
No,
but it's
it's good.
pretty good.
Good
Pretty
there.
good. It's almost where the last one was. Maybe a hair further right.
Big smiles from Sarah. Vicky as well. They judged that one to perfection. You said it curled too much, and maybe did, Rob. It gives Tracy the chance to come around and grab a corner of that red.
Yep. If she can get round it and just show half, it's going to be difficult to move, and it's a tough shot, but it's the only shot.
It is at the moment, but listen, the 4 foot circle's still open for her to get her one should she need to with her last stone. That's at the moment, but things might change in the next couple of stones. She's looking to just play a little come around the stone that Eve's just played, and then half check that red that's line shot.
Spike the back four. It needs to be a little deeper, Amanda.
Her line looks reasonably good just now.
Yeah, the weight looks good too. It's certainly back of the 4 anyway.
Her weight looks pretty good actually.
Might be a touch hot. It's
It's
going now.
Got to get completely hidden now that it's back. You don't want to rub that red one.
No. It was in between,
Did
wasn't
it just rub it, did it?
Yeah, just feathered it. And
Ah, you want it to be past.
Did we
Yeah.
rub that red one?
So Eve's seen just over half probably when she gets back to the hack.
Rub the red.
Just looking to pick it out.
yeah, they were caught in two minds there. The weight was called back 4 early on, so really they had to make sure they didn't get a rub off it. Had they been a shade lighter, they could have let it develop and freeze on the top of the red, which would have been a lot more commanding position.
But they could have done without it rubbing that red one, definitely.
Oh, that made a big difference. It's probably shown Eve 4 inches more than it would have done without the touch.
Yep. Hard!
Hard, Vicky, hard! Hard, Vicky, hard! Good.
Well swept, Vicky. Yeah, good throw, nice shot.
Well swept.
So as we said, leaves the 4 foot circle for 1 for Tracy. Her weight was pretty good last time. She'll be looking for a repeat of that.
Yeah. So 5-3, clawing it back slowly. She want to make sure she can make this.
What did I give you?
Very important to make this. Do you say just come back to 2 shots down with 2 ends to go?
Well, she just played down this track, so hopefully she'll give her team the same throw and they can nurse it down.
Great concentration on the face there of Tracy Fleury, making sure she's got her sweepers aren't looking too keen to sweep it at this point in time. But as we know, it's looking like they're going to slow it. It does look heavy.
Back 4 weight again. Hang
It's
on.
maybe slightly more than back 4 weight, Rob, is it?
I think it is.
That's
Eve's
trying to grab on.
He was
Sweeping
interested.
it. Yeah, a couple of shots there.
It's 2 away, isn't it?
A couple of shots takes it to 7-2 for Team Muirhead. 2 ends to go. A big break for them there.
Yeah, that was a bonus, really.
So as they nudge into a commanding advantage with a couple of ends to go, if we just look at the scores across the sheets in the other quarter-final games, they were tight early on, as we said to you. This end, we're looking on sheet C. Team Drendel from Germany got a 5-4 advantage over Team Hasselberg, who have Hammer, playing the 7th end.
Just be about as well.
On to
maybe not,
Sheet
no.
E. Team Ogasawara has forged ahead of Team Pats, now 4-1 in the lead for the Japanese team. And it's a tight game between Team Sweeting and Team Terrazzone. On Sheet F, we'll just bring you that score in a second. Maybe we'll have a look at the stats. Rob, how's things developing on the stats front? Not much movement since we spoke last.
No, the stats look relatively level. The big difference, of course, is Eve throwing 79% and Tracy throwing 69%. So that's where the game's been won and lost. Vicky at 75 and Crystal at 60 is another battleground. So the skip and vice skip of Team Muirhead are dominating the game over Tracy and Crystal at the moment.
Yeah, you're right. That's where it's been won and lost.
It looks okay.
Girls working Mary's first stone here down at the top of the 4-foot.
Yeah, go girls, please.
Need to go. Making sure that's in the coloured circles, which it is.
Yeah, good stone by Mary.
Good weight there.
Top of the 8 foot. We'll see a couple of guards going up from Team Fleury here.
We will, yeah. So it's 2-2 Team Sweeting against Team Terrazzone, playing the 7th end. Terrazzone with the advantage of Hammer.
Yeah, great game of curling we've had tonight though. Really high quality stuff. Both teams playing top shots to win the end. Unfortunate there for Tracy that it just slipped through. It shows you that you can never be too complacent. The build up of 5 stones in the house there. Just too much pressure on.
Yep. Mary delighted to be asked to throw this one through. Thinking behind that is, don't want too many stones lying around that can be used to the advantage of the opposition. When you're so many shots up, 5 to the good, with 2 ends to go. Tracy calling for another corner guard. She's really needing to score a big end. 3 or more at this end is what they're hoping. To enable her to do that, they'll need some unforced errors from
Yeah,
team,
really.
Team Muirhead.
If Mary had put another one in the house there, it was just making it harder to get rid of these corner guards later on in the end. So really quite a smart move. First stones dominating the house, so put another one in would only have ended up being a back checker.
A little bit, yep.
Left a bit of an angle with these corner guards. Chance for Sarah to remove both yellows. Good to see Amanda still smiling there despite the score.
Yeah.
She really enjoys this game of curling. When I was having a brief chat with them earlier on.
Really hard! Really hard!
Oh, an error there.
Yeah, so that gives Tracy the chance to get something going here. Come round that corner guard. Was just hitting the nose there by Sarah Reid.
Yeah, 5 down with 2 to play. They've really got to make all their shots now.
Yeah.
Line's good! Yep! Amanda, yep!
Looks good.
Yeah.
Weight's good.
Whoa! Stay with it!
Yeah, line's good as well.
Crystal, stay with it.
It should be around the tee line.
Deep's pretty good here actually.
Yeah.
Don't want to be.
It sat down quick there.
Yeah, it did. Straight peel here. Maybe try to get the two guards removed from play.
Yeah, better angle. That's what Sarah was saying.
Sarah.
Just turned that one in again. So maybe
Straight back onto the
Might
one
get
that's just been played might be this.
get the run back. No, she's pretty good.
Although she's rubbed that yellow one in.
Okay.
Still okay though, because the shooter's
She's got the guards off.
Right.
That was the plan.
Yep. What's the call now then, Rob? We need to put a guard, replace the guard on one of these yellows, I think.
Yeah, I think she's going to put that one back where it was.
2.5.
Yep.
Too early to come back in.
And we've got our first semi-finalist, Rob, on sheet E. Steal of 3 for the team from Japan, Team Ogasawara, against Team Pats. Final score 7-1.
Yeah, the Japanese have done very well. Their only defeat so far was against Eve Muirhead. Ogasawara sponsored this week by Loughleven's Larder, so all the folks at home pretty delighted with that result.
I'm sure they are, and I know they're one of the top teams in Japan.
What are you thinking?
Okay.
Fellow Japanese winning the silver medal last week in the Ladies World Championships, so strong curling nation Japan, have been for many years. Shout of hard from Eve here for Vicky, trying to remove this one. Does so successfully.
Yeah, Vicky gets a great spring on these takeouts, doesn't she? I mean, that was still just off nose, but the big handle, the big weight, just sprung right across. The heads are quick still.
Tracy debating whether she plays that guard or removes the red to try and lie 3 in the house, and I think you'll find, is she going to remove the red?
No, corner guard.
Is it corner guard?
Gotta be.
Try to roll a little Jenna's way.
These new glasses aren't working now, I'll tell you.
What do I know?
Remove this, try and roll over, lie 3. So the thinking behind this, Rob, is if she can manoeuvre the stones sufficiently around the house, keep separation between the yellows and stop Eve having any double takeout opportunities, she'll have a chance of a 3.
11-4.
Yeah.
That one didn't really roll far enough, so gives an opportunity for a double takeout to Vicky to remove 2 yellows.
I think she's coming a stone too early. I think she's giving Eve 4 chances of doubles here, where throwing another corner for 1 more stone, maybe even 2, gave just buys you another chance.
So not making the double takeout, Vicky.
Good shot all the same.
It is a good shot, but again gives Crystal the chance to just hit, take the red, remove the red and check over slightly towards the centre line, which will make a double takeout tough for Eve. So it's going according to plan so far,
Yeah.
for Team Fleury, with this tactical call of removing the red instead of playing the guard.
Do with the curling just a shade more.
It's curling now though, I think she's okay. Rolled a little bit. She just wanted to check that amount but the other way.
In the way, yeah.
Yep, in the way instead of out the way. Gives Eve nose hit double opportunity.
No, I didn't yet. Okay,
Sufficient time, Eve just slipping under the 10-minute mark, but still got about 4 minutes ahead of Team Fleury. Mary Milne holding the brush for Eve Muirhead with her first stone at the 7th end. If she makes a double takeout here, it'll go a long way to ensuring victory for her and her team.
Yeah, I just think a corner guard there for a couple more stones would have used up some more shots. It's really hard to keep 3 stones separated like that for 4 consecutive hits, so still might turn out okay. Still maybe get there 2.
She made the double here, I think. Yeah, nice shot. Yeah, she might get the 2, but even scoring 2, it's a big ask to steal 3 at the last end, Rob. Anything can happen in this game of curling, as we know. No cover for Tracy to roll behind, other than her own yellow one, which is exposed at the front of the house.
It found its way to the brush.
Relaxed mood for Milne and Muirhead there.
Took a nice line actually. Because it came a nice.
Looks like they've played together for years.
It does.
Yeah, Tracy's just got to get a inside nose hit here. Try and make sure the two keep themselves alive.
Clean. Whoa. Amanda. Whoa, it's good.
Yeah, good shot.
Good shot, line 2.
Pretty fat. Just go same again out turn and try and get as close.
Yeah.
I think double's too flat, but there's a outside chance she could get hit and flop in behind it.
Yep.
Certainly make it harder for Tracy to get her 2 if she can get across near it.
So the aim for Eve is to roll as
That one bit.
far over as she can towards that yellow. Maybe, as you say, even slip in behind it, make it more difficult.
Make sure she's shot. Make Tracy play a shot.
Sarah!
Hard, Tina! Hard, Tina!
Hard. Take it if you can.
Rolling over.
Yeah, good attempt.
Yeah,
Good.
that's shot. So to ensure she scores 2, Tracy here's got to remove that red.
And maybe even get a wee roll.
I was
Maybe
gonna
nose hit's
say,
not enough.
I
Yeah,
think you're right. I think she's got to have a roll, Rob. Yep.
10.
everything going for Eve here at the moment.
As we get to the end of these quarter-final games, steal for Val Sweeting. Noses are in front 3-2 against Team Terrazzoni from Switzerland, playing the last end.
10.
And similarly, still one shot in it between Team Drendel and Hasselberg. Although, as we come towards skip stones, Team Drendel certainly got the advantage, lying 2, one behind a guard, and just a way to play. Back to Tracy and Team
Yeah.
Fleury.
Out turn
Looking for
throw.
an out-turn take-out to try and score 2 here at the 7th end.
She needs to just a little roll one way or the other.
And she's
That's a
managed
great
that.
shot. Yeah.
So scores are 2, which claws back the score to 7-4 in favour of Team Muirhead as we head towards the final end.
She's probably used the good one first, you think, or the bad one first.
Yeah, some classic encounters out here. Some real heavyweights of world curling clashing in the quarterfinals, and just showing there's nothing between these teams. Sweeting Terrazzoni, a really tight game, and Drendel, fresh from playing in the Worlds, playing against Hasselberg of Sweden.
And yeah, very experienced team as well, Hasselberg, aren't they? They've been around. I was speaking to
We're not going anywhere.
Stuart McManus, the coach of Team Hasselberg this weekend. Good friend of mine from Sweden, Scottish guy who made his way over there many years ago. And his girls have curled at the top level in Sweden and the world for a number of years. And he's loving being back here in Perth and enjoying meeting up with some of his old friends. And I think he's been managing the odd pint in some of the local hostelries.
I dare say.
But yeah, well, he was saying how much the girls are enjoying it. They found some really nice restaurants and are having a great time over here. So into the final end, Amanda Gates, who works in the insurance business from Sudbury, trying to get a little bit of cover up here, hoping for a few misses from Team Muirhead
I think
to
so.
enable them to steal the 3 shots that they must steal to take this to an extra end.
Yeah, good start. Got the long guard. Mary will attempt to tick it, move it off that centre line.
Probably need kind of hack.
Team
Yep.
Fleury really need all their stones in the right place, and a couple of mistakes from Eve Muirhead's team, but
Is that the good one?
So the hack weight tick shot called here,
The
trying
bad
to
one. That's fine.
catch an edge of that yellow stone, move it towards the sideline, and the running stone, Mary's stone that she's playing, to go in the opposite direction. The whole idea is to open up the front of the house.
Whoa, yeah!
Yeah, go hard.
Hard, Vicky!
Yeah, hard.
she said she threw it soft. I think that looked like a pretty good throw to me.
Vicky's working.
This is
it
close.
hard. That's curling though, Rob. It is close, you're right.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, well played, Mary. Very experienced. Always good when the average age of the team goes up. when someone of Mary's experience comes in.
2, 2.5.
Yeah, that's exactly what she's been brought in for. Shots like that when it comes down to the final end.
She's got a few guards in her time, so that's not the first time she's played a shot like that.
That's a little bit.
No,
Not
top,
at all. Not
top
at all.
shot.
Yeah. She's really enjoying playing with the girls. Actually, it was a bit of a surprise, well, obviously with Anna's unexpected injury, to get called in. She managed to get the 3 games under her belt yesterday and then just really enjoying it out there today. So Amanda just looking to replace that yellow with her second stone. Girls working it down again. And I think we'll find that Mary will be given a similar shot from Eve with her second stone.
Yeah, another
Try and
good
play the
shot.
tick shot. Either the tick shot or maybe remove her own red guard.
Yeah, I like that
Pull that
call.
and roll out.
Yeah, I know. We have to take this hand. Just off nose here. Just off nose. Feel. Or do you want to go this hand?
I think you're right on the outturn here, Eve.
Yeah, I know.
I think what Mary's thinking though is she's not wanting to remove any of the yellows
No.
after hitting this one. Saying just off nose, if you catch half of it, it might go into that yellow, remove the yellow, then everything has to go back. That's the danger with this one if you don't catch enough of the red stone. You want to catch sufficient to remove it.
Yeah. I think this was safer than playing the in-turn.
It's pretty close though, I think. Need to curl a little bit.
Yeah,
Excellent. Oh,
great
spot
shot.
on. Well played, Mary.
Yeah, like you say, that wasn't easy, but I think the in-turn there, the chance of spinning was double because there was 2 yellows you could have rolled into. So
I think Tracy's got to play another guard here just over the hog line.
yeah,
With this one anyway.
keep guarding.
Not at that side.
Or here. I said to her, I think we almost have to use corners.
Yeah, I think
because
one more
how are we
guard.
gonna get 3 behind 1 center guard?
She's going round the corner guard though, I think.
Okay.
That's not too bad a call.
No.
She's fully hidden behind the corner guard. They get a nose hit, then it gives them a chance to get another one in there. So
Yeah.
I think it's.
She's got to try and get 3 in there at some point.
Yeah.
Lots of line. Way out here. Looks like lots.
Yeah, there was a resigned smile when Tracy stepped forward after they peeled that guard and it shaved the centre.
You're okay. Go, go,
Yeah, going to curl in there right to the back. That's exactly where she wants it.
That's a great shot.
Jenna's had some really good control
Yeah.
of draw weight today. Idea here is Eve. Remove that centre guard. Get the right angle. Sarah can do this to pick that back shot out that's just been placed in the back of the house. Got to curl a little bit though.
Okay, okay.
That's good though.
Yeah.
Main objective achieved. Get rid of the guard.
Yeah, Crystal and Tracy have just got to persevere here and just keep trying to swing them in and hope for an error. We haven't seen many errors, but they've just got to keep plugging away, do what they can do.
Yep.
Lots of line. Amanda.
Weight looks good. Need it to swing just a shade.
Amanda. Hard, Amanda.
Need to drag it.
Yep.
It's another lovely shot from Jenna.
It is another. 2 great shots.
Now what?
Yeah. They've played it as best they can, I think, this end.
Yeah, they can't do much more than they're doing. They're up against a team who's on form.
Whoa. That wasn't the called shot, but I'll tell you what, an effective result.
Yeah, they're on form and they're getting everything.
Yeah.
Apology came straight out from Eve there to Tracy.
Yeah, the call was a straight peel. However, what a great result for Sarah Reid. Drives it back in, removes all the yellows that are in play. And we've got our second semi-finalist, Rob. Team Drendel from Germany, stealing 1 at the 8th end for a 6-4 final result against Team Hasselberg from Sweden. So Team Drendel will play the winner of the game that we're watching just now. In the other semi-final matchup, Team August Awara will be up against either Team Sweeting or Tirizone as we come to the final few stones in that game. With advantage, Sweeting at this moment in time line a couple of shots in there, and we're on to the last 3 stones.
Hard, guys. Hard.
This one's got a count for Crystal Webster. It's overcurled a little bit.
That's a great win for Team Drendel. They had a tough old time at the Worlds and they've come straight over here, haven't been home, bit of travel, and they've come straight out and put a whole series of victories behind them, and they're on a bit of a roll now. Hasselberg's a really, really good team, and they've stolen at the last there to put them to the sword, so they'll be very pleased.
Yeah, it's really good for the young German team.
It was a right boomerang.
So, no stones in the house, 3 shots down. Team Fleury have got to have 3 of these last 3 count. So Crystal attempting to come round the one guard that's left in play, guarding the very edge of the circles.
Yeah, they're really needing a couple of misses from Team Muirhead. But they'll keep plugging away until the game's really, really over, so...
Yep.
Lots of room. Amanda. Yeah, you gotta go, Amanda. Yeah.
Got to go for weight as well, I think, to get it in there.
Right up, right up. As far as you can. Yep.
Yep. So, take out for Vicky to seal the victory.
Yeah, they've played well, Team Fleury. They've just they got let down just at the 6th end where they lost that 2 against the head.
Yep.
They had control of the 5th and chose to blank rather than potentially getting that split that you talked about.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that's it.
They've run out of stones, so
They have. So, a good victory for Eve Muirhead and her team of Vicky Adams, Sarah Reid and Mary Milne. They move forward into tomorrow's semi-final, 9 AM against Team Drendel from Germany. The last semi-final spot. We'll find out pretty soon. 2 stones left to play to try and bring you up to speed on this. Val Sweeting lying 1 shot at the back of the 4-foot, with Tirizone lying 2nd and 3rd on the centre line, top and back of the 8-foot. Val Sweeting just attempting a in-turn draw to lie 2 with her last shot.
yeah, a very professional performance from Team Muirhead there. They never really gave Tracy Fleury's team a chance to look in. But, they'll be happy with the week's work.
They certainly will be, yep. So far, still undefeated. And looking forward to the semi-final, I'm sure, tomorrow at 9 AM. And as we do look towards this last semi-finalist, as you see the highlights of that game, I think it's fair to say, Rob, the way the stones are lying, that Tirizone has a draw for an extra end. Trying to identify if there's a shot for 2, but it doesn't look like it. I think it's just a draw down for an extra end.
Yeah,
She's looking at maybe splitting one at the top of the house to see if she can get a split for 2. Mixture of 1. I'll tell you what, it's tight. But no, I think she's opted for a draw for 1.
Yeah, clever shot with Val Sweeting there. She came a bit deep, but she made sure she was welded onto a back stone that really made it unmovable. Just going through a lot of the key shots in the game. Some classic shots.
This was one of the best shots of the game.
Yeah.
From Tracy Fleury. Tap up for 2, which really brought her back into the game. I think that was the 3rd end.
Yeah, some high quality curling, attacking curling first half of the game, and then once Eve got the lead, she was 7-2 up. A lot of stones getting peeled, but Tracy Fleury's team worked away really, really hard.
So it's an extra end. One shot for the Swiss team, Terrazzone. Goes to an extra end. So we'll find out later on, if you check online, who the successful team will be that will play Team Ogasawara. But either way, we're going to have 4 different countries represented in the semi-finals, which is great for the event, and hopefully we'll bring you another exciting game tomorrow at 9 o'clock. So we'll just sign off for tonight. Thanks again from me, Peter Loudon, and from Rob Niven. It's been a pleasure, Rob, and I think it's ourselves that are back at 9 AM tomorrow, so straight home now, get your beauty sleep.
Needing it all.
Straight past the pub, don't go in, and we'll see you all tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.